Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. When I was a kid growing up in Wilmington, Delaware, I sang in the choir, and our choir was amazing. We sang everything from songs from Cavalier Rusticana to songs from South Pacific and The Wiz and Negro spirituals and everything in between. And because we were good, we got to tour. And once we were on a trip to Danville and Martinsville, Virginia, which is where our music director, Mr. Leander Morris, was from. We were able to stay in different people's houses overnight, and people in that community were upwardly mobile. The houses were nice and new and suburban, and we were all excited to see who was staying in what house. I sang with a trio, Kathy and Tia and I, and we sang together. We were kind of like special, and people would tease us and say we were Mr. Morris pets. So we wanted to see which house we were going to get. And as the bus came around the corner, it went down and was moving away from that suburban area into the inner city that looked like places where we were from. It pulled up at an old house that was not new. It was not fixed up. It wasn't shiny like the other houses. An old woman came out and was waving at us. And Mr. Morris looked at us and said, "Tia, Bertice, Terry, here's your house. Kathy, this is your house." We're like, what did we do? We go in, the house is old, it's in disrepair. The woman is nice as she can be. She shows us to our rooms, and over my bed there is a big hole in the wall, and I convinced myself that I could hear everything running around in that wall all night long. The next morning, we didn't wake up, we kind of came to, and we all looked at each other because we could smell heaven. Down in that kitchen, we got down there and we saw pancakes and bacon and eggs and ham, but also she had fried chicken, and there was pound cake and collard greens and macaroni and cheese, and you name it, there was a spread to beat the band. She packed up food for our lunch, and we ate as much as we could. We got on that bus, and all of our friends were laughing at us as we came out of the house. They were like, "Look at where you stayed," and they were describing every place where they had been, and they were talking about all that they saw and the new things and the nice things, and they made fun of us, and they were like, "Your house looked just like your house," and we were kind of like just looking at each other. We were really quiet. About an hour into the trip, everybody was a little bit hungry, and they were like, "Mr. Morris, can we stop for food?" And Tia and Kathy and I opened our bags and started pulling out our food and eating. And they were like, "Where'd you get that?" Mr. Morris looked at us and nodded and winked. And we did not share. And we had food for the entire trip. And we laughed and talked and ate and sang. And what Mr. Morris knew that we didn't understand, we wanted something that was beautiful, pretty, and nice. And he knew what we needed was to be fed. Sometimes we're walking around looking for the nice, the pretty, the glamorous. And really you need your soul fed. You need your heart fed. You need the love that that woman put in that pound cake. For the rest of that trip, no one made fun of us. In fact, they tried to befriend us because everybody wanted some of the love that we had in those brown paper bags. Are we trying to get what we want, or are we looking for what we need? These are the lessons that this pandemic is reminding me of teaching me and telling me. I hope you today look for what you need. And in that, you find what you love. I love you.